Sports, a place where many athletes find success.
This is likely the final play that matters. End zone wide open. What a night for Mike Williams.
But where there's a winner, there has to be a loser.
He came a long way. You hear me? Come here, I love you, bro. Yeah.
It's one thing to watch the game, but another to analyze it. Let's talk about the numbers. You ready?
YouTube. What's going on, man? Back at it again with another video. It's your boy, Numbers Fan Jay. And we got the Western Conference first round recap and second round predictions for you today. But if you have not seen my Eastern Conference first round recap and second round predictions, I will leave a card in this video for you to click. Go check that out. Make sure you know what's going on in both conferences. Make sure you hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new, welcome to my channel, man. Let's get it started. So first of all, we got some news to get into. So with the news, starting off with the NFL news, Leonard Fournette, former Jags running back, has been signed to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, if this was basketball, a lot of people will be saying, well, it's LeBron. How much help does LeBron need? And he's getting on these people, this super team, whoop, 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 blah, blah, blah. But since it's Tom Brady, we're going to let it slide, right? But anyway, we're going to leave that where it's at. Going back into the basketball news, Steve Nash has been signed as the Brooklyn Nets head coach. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant signed off on this, according to Stephen A. Smith. And I mean, it's not what we expected. We had a bunch of candidates lined up. We talked about these guys being lined up for the job. Steve Nash wasn't really the guy that we expected to come out of the pack, But anyway, that's news, so congratulations to him. Don't want to make it seem like I'm, being down on him, but it's just like he has no coaching experience, similar to what Jason Kidd did. But anyway, leaving that where it is, we're going to go ahead and get into this video. But before I do, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Please interact with your boy. Let me know. I make the videos so I can talk to y'all, man, so I can speak with other people that like sports or that are interested in sports, So, just tell me something. Tell me y'all look good or something, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know, So anyway. Let me go ahead and get into it. So, Western Conference first round recap. Starting off with the Clippers and the Mavs. The Clippers passed the Mavs 4-2. The Mavericks shot 72% from the free throw line, which is horrible. It's horrible. They lost Kristaps Porzingis in Game 3, adding insult to injury there. Speaking of insult to injury, Luka was hurt in Game 5. A lot of people are questioning if Marcus Morris did it on purpose or not. Luka seemed like he pretty much believed that he did. Marcus Morris, not too much worried about it, looking forward to the next round. But anyway, the Mavs' notable free agents, Tim Hardaway Jr., J.J. Barea, really all that they have right there. They fought. You can't say they didn't fight. I did say that the Clippers were going to win, so I got this right, But anyway, the Lakers skipped over the Portland Trailblazers 4-1. After losing Game 1, they won 4 straight. That's a lot to talk about here, guys. The Trailblazers forced 15 turnovers a game, but lost the rebounding battle, 48.4 rebounds to 42.8 rebounds per game. They shot 38% from the 3 line, and also shot 43% from the field in general, field goal percentage. Trailblazers' notable free agents, Hassan Whiteside and Carmelo Anthony. Melo says he wants to stay there. He likes it in Portland. He feel like he's found him a home in Portland. So we'll see if Melo comes back. But, a lot of people were saying that the Trailblazers are going to win the series. It's just foolish. Just foolish. Dame did get hurt, which that means something. But even before he got hurt in Game 2, they were getting their butt kicked by 30. So it's just like they just weren't they weren't a match. They weren't a match. People hyped them up because they were looking good in the bubble and they fought their way into the playoffs. That's all fine and dandy, but when it's playoff time, I'm betting on LeBron. That just is what it is. LeBron and AD, it's ridiculous. But anyway, moving on, the Nuggets outlast the Jazz 4-3. Scraped their way past them. The Jazz shot 77% from the free throw line. The ratio of turnovers was 12-12, even though we talked about the Jazz not being able to take the ball away. They also did not have an advantage in this series in the turnover margin. So, Conley also missed a shot for the win. If he missed that shot, who knows what I'm talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? So, Donovan Mitchell, please just go ahead. Call up Pat Riley and just come on over. Come on down to the 305, man. Come on down. We want you. But anyway, the Jazz notable free agents, Mike Conley, who, left them with a bad taste in their mouth, missing that game winner. Emmanuel Mudiay, also free agent, as well as Jordan Clarkson. So the Jazz have a few things to figure out in the guard department in the offseason. The Rockets escaped the Thunder 4-3, and I just could not believe it. I was sick to my stomach. Ugh. I cannot stand the Rockets, man. Oh my gosh. But anyway, the Thunder shot 31% from three, which you shouldn't even be in the series if you're shooting 31% from the three line. 31? Good God. They only had 5 steals per game, so they weren't shooting well and they weren't creating live turnovers. They only scored 108 points per game. Offensively, they need help, man. Chris Paul needs help. SGA needs help. And Dort is not the answer. The Thunder notable free agents, Danilo Gallinari, Nerlens Noel, and Andre Robertson. 2021, CP3 is a free agent, as well as Steven Adams and Dennis Schroeder. So, another team that has a lot of things to figure out in the offseason. We're going to see what happens with this team, but they know they need more offensive firepower. Moving on to the picks for the second round, the Western Conference Semifinals. The Clippers and the Nuggets. Looking at the Nuggets coming off that 7-game series, this has to be, it's going to take an effect on them, guys. They just played 7 tough games and just barely made it past. It's emotionally draining. And you can't win a series in basketball with no emotional stamina left. The Nuggets, 15th in three-point percentage. We talked about this in the first round. They're not a great three-point shooting team, but one thing we learned about the Nuggets from the first round is they are not afraid to switch lineups. They will switch lineups on you. We've seen Jeremy Grant start at the 3 and Michael Porter Jr. come off the bench. Now, when that happened, the Nuggets won 3 in a row, 3-0 in that lineup. That's how they came back from down 3-1. Read you got some stats from those games. In Game 5, Michael Porter Jr. had 15 points, 5 rebounds, and was 5 of 11 from the field off the bench in Game 5. In Game 6, he was 1 for 7. He only had 2 points, but he did have 12 boards off the bench. Jeremy Grant had 18 that game, so him being 1 for 7, Jeremy Grant made up for it. Game 7, he had 10 points, 9 rebounds, almost a double-double off the bench, 3 for 7 from the field. Not great, Game 7, like I said, emotionally draining. But looking on the other side of this, the Clippers, 6th in three-point percentage. As we talked about coming into the first round, this team can't knock down the threes. They are the much better rebounding team, and they are much better at drawing fouls. They are also 5th versus the three-pointer, so I'm going to have to go with the Clippers. They're not making it easy on their opponents, and they are knocking down threes themselves. That's really what it comes down to in today's game. Now, Jokic and Murray, they're gonna make their plays, right? But Kawhi and PG are also going to make their share of plays. The Nuggets, although they're a deep team, they just don't match up well enough with the Clippers. Now, it'll be interesting to see this lineup with MPJ coming off the bench, that being 3-0, if they're going to come out and just start the series like that against the Clippers. This is going to be a long series if they do it like that. I can tell you that right now. But we're going to go with the Clippers here. Looking at the other series, Lakers and Rockets. Lakers being the number 1 seed, Rockets being the number 3 seed. All right, so Lakers have not lost since shooting 5 for 32 from 3 in game 1. They shot horribly. They were missing wide open shots, but they haven't lost since then. And I'm going to tell you why. The Lakers, when AD and Bron both got hot. We'll just say that. One or both scored 28 or more points in every single game in this series in the playoffs. They are 0-1 when neither AD nor LeBron scores 30 points. They are 4-0 when LeBron and AD or both, LeBron or AD or both, score 30 plus. They are 4-0, right? So we're seeing trends here. We're seeing trends. Now looking at the Rockets barely escaped the Thunder. They lost in rebounding against the Thunder 50-43. About 50-43 per game. They shot only 36% from the 3 line. They taking all these threes and they only shot 36% from the 3 line. It's not going to work against the Lakers. If you missing threes, you're giving them extra possessions and it's not going to work. They're going to get the rebounds, first of all. But anyway, the Thunder are 0-3 when excuse me, I said the wrong. The Rockets. The Rockets are 0-3 when the Thunder made 7 or more free throws than them. They are 1-2 when they were held under 10 free throw attempts. So the Rockets, the key to beating the Rockets is keeping them off the free throw line and getting to the free throw line. In addition to just allowing them to just miss all the threes that they want to miss. But I'm going to have to go with the Lakers. I just don't think that this small ball thing is going to work out. If they feed AD like they're supposed to, there's nobody on Houston that can guard AD. There's nobody on Houston that can guard LeBron either. Now, looking on the other side of that, of course, nobody can really guard Harden. Nobody can really guard, Westbrook. But, honestly, you could put LeBron on Harden. You could do it. But like I said, it still leaves AD wide open. There's nobody to cover this guy. I'm going to have to go with the Lakers. They're going to win rebounding by default. They don't have to shoot threes a whole bunch. They just have to get to the line. You can't tell me that LeBron James is not finna go straight to the paint every single game against PJ freaking Tucker. And a lot of people saying, well, PJ Tucker's all strong and he's built like an ox. And he's just, bro, I don't care. I do not care. If you got 5 to 6 inches, 5 to 8 inches on somebody in the paint, why would you not give the ball to that person? If you watch the Thunder series, you would see Steven Adams at times wouldn't even ask for the ball, right? He wasn't asking for the ball. He wasn't fighting for position. You think AD's just going to stand there? And he's not going to fight for position. He's not going to try to get into the paint before he gets the ball. I mean, come on, man. And then PJ Tucker can only guard one of them, right? So what they going to do, play zone? They're going to play zone. Okay. And then they're going to get offensive rebounds called on them by AD and McGee and Dwight Howard because you have nobody to hold these dudes, man. I hope they sweep them. I hope they sweep them off the court. I hate watching that, man. I love watching complete teams, and the Rockets are not a complete team. I'm the same way in football, if y'all know me. The Rockets are pretty much my equivalent of the Chiefs. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. But y'all will see. They'll end up firing D'Antoni. And I'll be celebrating on here because this man has lost his mind. Every year, same philosophy. Just go out there, shoot threes, small ball. Let's try to win. and you don't make it to the finals. You don't even make it to the finals, and you're still there. But it's fine. It's fine. You got Westbrook now, so you have no excuses, right? No excuses. So we're going to leave it right there, man. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you're new, thank you for your view. I appreciate you. Let me know who y'all think is going to win the second round in the Western Conference, man. In the Eastern Conference as well. Since you're here, just go ahead and drop these comments. Let me know. It's your boy, Jay. We out of here.